Hey guys, welcome back to Gaming with Robbie. This is our fourth episode of this series of Going Medieval. And if you're liking these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, and if you have any questions, you could also use the comment section and we'll get back to you on any question you have. So enjoy this fourth episode. Okay, so last episode we just finished our first battle. We have some dead bodies lying around here. If you remember, we made a little kind of like a graveyard of where we wanted our bodies to go over here. But because we didn't unselect human carcasses here, they're bringing them here because it's closer. So what we're going to do to begin with is we're going to uncheck this human box here in carcasses. That way they'll take these dead bodies and put them over here where they don't use space here in our main storage area, and they're not in the way. So now that we finished our first battle, we have some gear that we could use of the fallen soldiers. Like we have some clothes here, we have a war fork, and we have some stuff that our villagers could now use. Obviously they're not going to be new. Like this summer clothes has 63 of 152 hit points. They're used obviously because they were on the enemy's soldiers and we attacked them. So their gear is not 100% new, but you could use it. Like in the early game, it's pretty good to use it. We have some we have a light crossbow here that maybe our archer could use. Like this guy here has a marksman of 25, so he could probably equip this light crossbow here. So we'll have him equip this because he currently has a short bow, and it's new. It's 85. It has 85 of 90 hit points, but this one here has 35 of 86 points. But it's a crossbow, so it has longer range. So he could use that. This guy here has a longbow, so we'll leave him with the longbow. And we could probably, let's see, Henry has a spear that does 3.66 of damage, and this warfork does less damage, and this one does way less damage. So we don't need to change his weapon. We could leave him with what he has. Another thing we could also do is that at some point a trader probably would come in, and we could probably sell him these items here. So yeah, that's what happens after a battle. You have some loot that could be used to sell or be used to your advantage. So now these bodies will be taken to this graveyard here. Right now they were taking this body, but because of the hour and because it's time to stop working and go to sleep, they just dropped it here. So that's probably something that I would like to get the game fixed, that before the settlers like go to sleep or start with a specific task, that they don't just drop whatever they're doing, because sometimes they're like in the middle of cooking and they'll just leave the food lying there and they'll go to sleep. So you have to manually like click on them and then tell them to go do whatever they were doing, and sometimes food gets spoiled because they just drop it there and go do something else. So I hope that in future releases that gets fixed. There's a way to fix that. But anyway, Henry is our new settler, so we're gonna want him to have the same schedule as the rest of our villagers. So we're just gonna hit copy and we're gonna hit paste, so that way he has the same schedule. So yeah, let me speed this up. What we're gonna want to do next, I guess, is let's see, we have our farm going. we're gonna want to start building our kitchen area over here, I guess, and we're gonna want to start building a dining room where we could eventually put some better furniture and have our settlers eat in a better place. Another thing we want to do is, let me see here. So we are making bricks at the moment. Let me see if we have any bricks. So remember, if you want to see if you have anything specific, you could go to the overview tab, and then you could go into whatever. You could go into domestic to see what animals you have, or wildlife, whatever's around. Resources, you could go into here. So we're gonna go into material, and we're gonna want to see, there's some limestone, but that limestone is scattered over in the map somewhere. What we want is clay bricks, so we could start building with clay instead of using wood. Clay is a lot better for it's a lot stronger, and it helps with insulation and all that stuff. Another thing, let me see, where is our cellar at? Let me see. So we're gonna go down here. Here's our cellar. Oh, we put it in this room. Yeah, that's why I couldn't find it. I thought it was somewhere out here. But remember, we built a room around it. So now the entrance to the cellar is in this room. And that helps us a lot, because that way the settlers don't have to go in. And our cellar is getting pretty full. So if you see here, our shelves are getting full, and our space down here is getting full. So we're gonna want to build a bigger cellar. Right now our temperature is at 4.8 degrees. That's a pretty good temperature for our food. So let's get another 3 blocks of space here. And we have some research available. So let's see what we want. We were gonna want to do this cartography, because once we do that, we have the ability to unlock this region tab. And when we unlock that, then we could go to other villages and then trade with them whatever we take. And that way we don't have to wait for them to come to us. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait until we have enough. Let's see, we need 30. We need 30 chronicles, and we are at 24, so we need 6 more. Okay, so that's good. Let me see. So who's our smith? We'll go into jobs, and smithing is Garas. He's also our construction guy. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, he's mining. Okay, so before he does smithing, he's mining what we told him to do down here. Okay, so that's good. We could leave him there. He's doing a pretty good job. And then we're gonna want to build. Let's see what we have new. We have a smokehouse. If you smoke meat, it'll last longer, but it's not necessary if you have a cellar. So we don't need a smokehouse. What we probably do need is we need a stove. So we need, right now we don't have enough. We need iron ingots. So let's see if we have, well, let me see. We'll need to unlock this also to get iron ingots. So that's 30 chronicles. So we can't do anything about that right now. We have weapon racks. You could build weapon racks if you want to, like, store these weapons that we have, like, in a better place. But we don't need that right now. Let's build a beam here so the ground doesn't fall on us. Let me see, right here. We'll do that. We'll do floor here. And then we'll do some more shelves. So because this is already if you have like a specific thing you want to store on shelves, you have to go in here and then select and unselect whatever you want. But I guess that's okay. So, well, like we don't want textiles down here because they could be stored. As long as they're not stored on the ground, they won't go bad. So they don't have to be stored in our cellar where the temperature is low. So let's uncheck all of this, and then we'll build. If we hit copy and then we just build them here, these new shells will have the configuration of these shells. So you don't have to go into each individual thing and select the configuration. So we'll leave it there. Let me see, what else are we doing? I don't want to start building. I guess we're gonna have to build with wood because it's gonna be a long time. We also need a larger storage area because this is getting pretty full, and we don't want this to be our living space and our storage room. Another thing we could probably start doing is we could start building rooms, individual rooms for our villagers, but I want that to be built of a better material, so we definitely need more. We definitely need clay bricks. So let me see. Let's take a look at the map. We have some fish also that you could use for raw meat. You do fishing here. You see right now we're playing at game speed 5, and that's the fastest speed, and things do start to get pretty slow, especially when you have very little villagers, because you have to wait. Like right now we want to smith, but because of our priorities, our builder is building these things before he starts smithing. Again, we could do it like we could have them do it manually. Like, let me see, if we hit this guy here, and then we hit him. Where is he? Where is he? It's this guy here. We hit him, we hit right click, and then we prioritize craft. Then he'll do whatever he's doing. He'll stop doing whatever he's doing, and then he'll come in and start smithing. See? So he puts in the fire, and then it starts going by itself. And when this is finished, then we'll have our first clay bricks. So that's good there. She is doing the research. We're doing some harvesting over here. That's good. What else could we build? We could start probably checking out where we want to build our outer walls. You're gonna want to build outer walls that you can defend, that are far away from your like main living areas and your farms and all that stuff. So this is a pretty easy map because it's a valley. You have a lot of flat land. There's really nothing in your way to build. But when you're in different maps, like in mountain maps, you have a lot of levels, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But anyway, let's see. We have 40 chronicles, so we're ready to. Let's hit the smelting. So now we have the ability to build a smelting furnace, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it out here. That's good there. And now we're gonna be able to make some iron ingots, and we're gonna need iron to be able to build our stove. So our kitchen area, we're gonna want to build it here. We could probably start. The problem is, and you're probably noticing things are getting slow. The problem is with so few settlers, building takes a lot of time. I mean, right now we only have one builder. I mean, we could probably, if you want things to get done, you could probably start like checking these guys so they build also. but then they stopped doing whatever else they were doing. So I mean, if you were like in a hurry, you could probably do it. So let's hit here, and you could build iron ingots, gold ingots, and silver ingots. Another thing you could also do is smelt items for metal. So like, let's say this warfork, you're not gonna really use it, or it has very little hit points. You could probably have a villager just reuse that, like break it down, and then you'll have metal from that weapon there. But right now we want iron ingots. We don't have enough. It says we don't have enough resources, so we're gonna go into here, and then we're gonna check out where are some iron nuggets. So we'll jump there, and if you see here, we have these here. So what we're gonna want to do is we want, let me see, it's 7 and 7, and we need 40. So we need a lot more than that. Let me see, we have some, there's probably some that you see here. This is the allow for bid toggle. So we only have those 7 that are permitted, and that's why it says we don't have enough. So if we do here, we'll have 5 more, 3 more, 2 more, 6 more, 8 more, another 8, and another 4. So the sum of all this should be more than 40, and then now it's just waiting. It's waiting to get done. So now they're going to sleep. Research, we are 21. The next thing we want to do is cartography. Let's see what else we could do. So right now we're still in spring. We're gonna want when it gets closer to, or when summer starts, we're gonna probably want to do tailoring, so we have some summer clothes and our villagers don't get too hot while working. Fermenting gives you somewhere where you could do some like alcohol and vinegar, but that's not very useful at the beginning, at the early game. Decorative structures, probably not. Oh, what we could also do is we could build, we could start building our little churches for our villagers to have somewhere where they could go and pray. So let me see, we're gonna want, what's this? So this is where we do limestone. So if you ever need to like relocate something, you'll go down here to this relocate button, and then you could move this to wherever you want. So let's move this over here, because we're going to want, let me see, right here, we're gonna start building a room here. Let's see, we'll probably do 10 by 10, and this will be used. Let's take this apart. That was for carcasses, so we'll do another one here. We clear all, and then we put animal carcasses. Okay, so we're gonna want our churches here. So let me build some beams. Let me see, we want to do it like, you want 3, you want to do it on your 4th, like on your 4th pillar, so there's 3 spaces in between. But let me see, we actually want this to be a double room, so we can't, we'll go in the middle here like that, and then we'll build a door here, and we'll build a door here. See, sometimes this happens, they build around themselves and now they can't get out, so we have to destroy this so they could get out. That's pretty dumb. I hope that in future builds that the AI gets resolved, because sometimes they'll be like, they'll also be like digging, and they'll get stuck digging. They're gonna do it again. See, if they did it again. They build around themselves, and even though I have a door that's needs to get built here, they trap themselves in again. So let's take that thing apart, and that way they could go. And then once the doors are done, then we won't have that problem anymore. So we could probably do this here. Okay, that door is done, so we could do this here, and then we'll have some floor here like that. And then in our leisure we'll have we have two different religions, we could say. So we have the Restitutionist and the Oak Brethren. You could see what your settlers want in their biography here in their religious alignment. This guy's an Oak Brethren. This guy here is also an Oak Brethren. Henry's a little bit more of a Restitutionist, so we'll just build both of them. So let's build a shrine here. Let me see. Yeah, we could probably build one there, and then we'll build one here. So those two will be kind of like our little praying rooms, so that our villagers could go ahead and pray in there. We'll have a basic floor roof up here. And why do we have a pillar up here? We don't need this, so let's deconstruct that. Okay, so let me see, what did we ever do these? I think we did. We should have a pile of clay bricks around here. Actually we don't. Let me see, in our overview, materials, clay. Oh, we do have clay bricks. We have 20 of them. Oh, they're just lying there. Oh, this is our iron. Did they do the iron? Let me see. Iron ingots. Yes, they're laying there too. We have 30 iron ingots, so we're ready to build our kitchen. That's good. Let me see here, our stove. So we'll want our stove right next to our butchering station, so that when they butcher, if they need the raw materials, they could go ahead and do there. Let's close this room up. We don't need it as big. We could probably do it right there. Right there. We need floors. And we need a door. Okay, so that's gonna be our kitchen area. And we're gonna want basic floor roof up there. So another mechanic in the game are rooms. So we have here the ability to make these types of rooms, and rooms they're kind of neat because they give like little bonus to the moods of your settlers, especially if they're pretty good rooms. So like the kitchen, you need to have at least one stove, 2 wall pottery shelves, and 1 butchering table. So once we get shelves in here, this area here will be our room. You could do workshops, you could do libraries, churches, chambers, shared chambers, a great hall, that's the dining room, an infirmary, and then this is just like a spare room. See, these are spare rooms. If they don't meet the if they don't meet whatever is needed of that room to be a specific room, then it's just gonna be a spare room, like right here, as long as the room is completely closed up. So right now this is not a spare room because there's holes in the roof, but this big one over here, it is a spare room. So you want your rooms to be you want your spaces to be rooms. So that's another little mechanic there. Let me see. So we want to store this because even though this doesn't need a specific temperature, it does need to be on a floor. And see these seeds, these seeds need to be, these do have a temperature modifier, so they should be stored down here. But because let me see, this should be able to get seeds. I don't know why they're not storing them. So what we want to do here is, if we do a priority haul, or an urgent haul is called, where were we? Over here. We need to get these inside. So if we do this, then whoever has the priority haul, let me see, urgent haul 2 and 3, these guys will come and do this, and we'll take them downstairs. But we also need to store this linen, because we want that linen to be available, so when we are able to go out and trade, we'll take that with us. Let me see. Yeah, we could do cartography. And what we need now is we need cartography table. That will allow us to be able to check out our map. Let's do it there. And once we build this table, we'll be able to access this region tab, and we'll take a look at what that means once that's done. But eventually you take a look at the region, and then you could see other villages, and you could go and trade with other villages, and you could see if they're enemies or if they're allies or if they're just neutral. Another thing we want to build is our caravan halt. This is where your caravans will start, and I'll show you a bit more what that does. Let's put this over here where our farms are. Okay, right there. So, and we want to build this. Let me have them. Who's our construction guy? Caravans. Have them build this first, so I could show you what that region tab means while they keep on working. The game does start to get a little bit slow. Like once you really get it going, like your first things, it went pretty fast. But now that you have a whole bunch of stuff to build and just little settlers, it does start to get a little bit slow. So just hang in there. Now we have a new season. It's summer, so it says summer appeared like a warm blessing, coaxing the settlers to shed their warm clothing. Now was the time to build the underground storage. We already have that to keep food fresh in the sunny days to come. So we already have that. That's good. And we have a little exclamation point here that says high temperatures, chance of heat waves. Build underground storage to keep your food fresh during the hot summer days. Days are longest at midsummer when the sun is at its highest. So it's summer. Anyway, so we have this cartography table, and now if you see here, the region button is now available. So we'll go into the region, and if you see here, all these little markers, those are villages, and you see there that they have an alignment. So this is like 60% neutral. This has a -9 neutral, and then there's some that are hostile, that will always be hostile. So this is a -100. So if it's permanently hostile, there's nothing you could do to have them like you. They're gonna be hostile to you, whatever you do. So we could probably try to go here and get some points, or over here. These are permanently hostile, 97% hostile. Wow, we have lots of enemies here. 10% neutral. Let me see here. Hostile. 40% neutral. Okay, so you could see here now, if you click here, send caravan, what's gonna happen is one of your settlers, whoever you pick, is gonna take whatever you have or whatever you want, and they're gonna take it so they could trade. So let's do that. Let's for this video's purpose, you want to pick You could pick whatever you want as long as it's not permanent hostile. But the closer it is to your settlement, the faster he will get there. So like this is 15 tiles away. This is 16, 17. Let's go here. So we'll click send caravan. So then this menu comes up. What you want to do is you want to select whatever villager you want to go on the caravan. Now make sure you select a villager that that you don't really urgently need, because he'll be away for a few days. So let's go ahead and send Henry, and then Henry can take 60 kilograms of whatever you want. So and it'll take 15 hours and 15 minutes for him to get there. So what we want to do is we want to trade all our linen, and we have 100 pieces of it. So let's go ahead and take oh, I did the leather, and it was over here. So it's 100. But if you see here, the linen, each unit of linen is 1 kilogram. So we're 40 kilograms out of our limit here. So what we could do is we could send our goats with them. So if you send the goats, each goat allows for 50 kilograms more of weight. So if we send our these 2 goats, then we'll have 160. Now, I don't know if you realized, I didn't realize, but our goats started having babies. They had 2. So they had a female. They had 2 females that are 4 days young. So that's good, because you could also take them, but because they're babies, they only add 30 kilograms. But what we want to do also is we want to probably sell these baby goats once we get to that town, and we want to keep our adults. So let's say we didn't have these babies, we would just send these 2 goats and the guy. We would have 160 kilograms, so we could take 60 kilograms more of whatever stuff we want. But if we wanted to bring more back, if we wanted to bring stuff back, like let's say we did want to deal our goats away, then when we sell them, our limit would be only 60. We would only have these 60. So we wouldn't be able to bring as much back. But if we take our baby goats, we could take a lot more stuff, and then we could get rid of these 2, and then we know we'll have 160 kilograms of whatever we want to buy over at where we're going. So let's see what else we could probably take. We're gonna take that 100 linen, because linen, remember, I strongly suggest you plant linen, because linen is really fast to get, and you get a whole bunch of linen with each farm cycle. So that way you have linen to start trading very early in the game, and you could start building up your coin stash. So let's see what else we could take. Like, you could probably take this loot that we had, but not all of the villages trade for weapons. So if we take this, let's say we take this war fork, it's 6 kilograms. So right now we're not really tight on weight, but if we take it and then that village doesn't trade for weapons, then we'll have to carry this back, and that's gonna take 6 kilograms of whatever we want back. So we could probably take it, because it's like 49% of hit points, and its quality is flimsy. So let's, for sake of this video, let's take that, and let's see what else we could take. You know what? Instead of this war fork, let's take this one, because this one's worse than that, and just to see if we could just get rid of it and get whatever they want to pay for that. We have a whole bunch of hay we could probably take. Now, this is the price that you'll probably get. Another thing, and that reminds me, you want to send. Let's not send Henry. You want to send whoever has the best speechcraft, because the best speechcraft is the better prices you get. So they all have 5. I thought we had a better one. We don't. We all our villagers have 5 speechcrafts. So let's send Sigmund, because Sigmund has 2 stars. He likes to talk to people. He likes to negotiate. So let's send him. Another thing that we need to send is food. We need food so that our villagers and our animals have something to eat while they travel. So we want to send. We could probably send some pie. Each pie gives 85% nutrients. So if we could send 2 pies, and we could probably send some. We don't have animal feed, but we could send hay. Oh no, hay doesn't have nutrients. If you had animal feed, you could send animal feed, and it would have some nutrition, because that's what animals eat. But because we don't, we have bread. No, bread, let's keep the bread. Let's send some roasted meat, and we have enough. See, we have 340. That's enough for the whole back and forth trip. If we wanted to sell food, we could also take more food, and then once we reach that village, we could trade for that. But I don't know. Do we have enough food that we are able to probably trade some? So let's see. This stew is 4.5, and we have 67 of it. Yeah, we could probably take. Let's take 27. So we keep 40, and see what they're willing to pay for that. Let's see what else we could take. So this is the value. You want to take like what they're gonna give you more of. So bread is pretty expensive. If they buy this, it's gonna be a good selling. Herbs are good, but we want all the herbs we could take. Let's take 11, and we'll keep 30. We could probably take some. Let's take 40 of the deer leather. Mechanical components. You use mechanical components to make crossbows and to make traps. So we'll use that later on. Let me see. We want the healing kits. We could probably take. Let's take this. We still have a bunch more that we could take. Let's just take hay. Let's take like 1,000 hay. Oh, it's too heavy. Let's take 500. Well, let me see, 100. Oh, let's go down here. Okay, 77. So that's what we're gonna take. We're gonna take all our goats. Sigmund is gonna go, and he's gonna take all that. So we hit accept, and then he starts traveling. So if you see here, our goats are missing, and he's on his way. So he'll reach this town here, and once he reaches, we'll have a menu like the one we were in, and we'll be able to trade for whatever. If for whatever reason you need to cancel that and go back, you could hit this icon here, and then that will take you back. So he'll be away for a few days, so we have less people here working, but that's okay. I guess that's fine. You see here they're praying. That gives them a good mood. If you go to mood, they'll have their religious needs fulfilled, and they'll have a +5. So that's good. Okay, we did our kitchen. Our kitchen is done. I mean, our stove. So what we were doing here, we were doing meals. But now with our stove, we could do meals. We could do lavish meals. We could have pickled vegetables, salted eels, and we could do animal feed. So that's good. We could take this apart, and we could use our stove to create our meals. So let's take this apart, and then we'll have forever. We don't have enough resources because um, we don't have enough ingredients. So, but I guess we're fine because we have a bunch of stew, we have a bunch of pies, and we have a bunch of food. So I guess we could, if you hit over here, you could see what all the things you have. Like, I like to use. Let me see. It's this one right here. This groups your resource panel, so that way you have this little menu with a drop down. I like that instead of the icons because it's easier. So if you go into food, you have 97 meals. So I guess right now we don't need meals to get done, and we don't need raw food. We need. Let me see. So we want to start building. We want to start digging some clay. So we'll have enough resources here. Let me see. We need to get this storage area a little bit. We're getting really cramped here. So let's build a larger storage area. I'm gonna want it here probably. We're starting to we don't have enough wood, so we need to start. Oh, the caravan is at its destination. Okay, so once your villager arrives, you go into this trading icon, and then you see everything they have available to sell, and then you see what they don't trade for. See, we're not going to be able to sell our flimsy kujel. Is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, so if you hit this, you get first whatever they sell, and then on the bottom is whatever you have to trade with. So what you want to do, what I always try to do, if there's nothing specific that I want from this town, what I try to do is get all their available coins, because coins are useful when you want to buy stuff, but the trader doesn't have enough weight capacity. You could use coins because they're only 0.1 kilograms. So I try to get the most available coins they have, and then just with our stuff start like paying them back. So let's see what they have. They have an apothecary bench from. No, we don't need anything of that. We don't need rugs. We don't need traps right now. They have some sheep. We don't need sheeps. An infirmary bed. We don't need that. We could probably use some healing kits, but we don't really need it. We could probably have some. We could take some silver ingots, but we don't need silver right now because silver is used to get like really fancy stuff, but we're not at that point in the game yet, so there's no real reason to take silver. What we could probably take is limestone, because our map has very little limestone available. And there's brick, and then there's just like the limestone by itself. They don't sell limestone just by itself. They sell it with bricks. If they sell it by themselves, it's better to just take it by themselves, and then you construct it like that. With that material, you construct the bricks because it's a lot cheaper. See, like clay, they sell clay and they sell clay bricks. So each clay is 0.29 coins, and each clay brick is 0.99 coins. So it would be, if we were gonna buy clay bricks, it's better to buy the clay and then uh, build the bricks ourselves back at our village. But we have a bunch of clay available in our map, so we're not gonna take clay. But I would want some limestone, but they don't sell it, so we'll take the bricks. So let's say we want all their bricks. So right now we're at a deficit of 565. What else do we want? We don't want gold now, because again, gold is to build fancy stuff. We could probably take seeds. You remember, you want seeds because seeds help you get your farm bigger. But man, I don't remember if we have beet seeds. We have, you know what, let's just take 20 of each, just in case we do need seeds. Let me see what else. I guess that's really all that we need. So we're at a deficit of 569, and we have more than we could take back, but we're gonna start paying them off. So we're gonna want to give them all our linen. So we'll give them 100 of linen. We still have 446 to give back. We are going to give them all our hay. We are going to give them the 2 baby goats. We are going to give them all of our tallow. We're gonna give them all our deer leather. We still have 245, so let me see. We're gonna want to give them, that's it. I mean, we could give them our food, but we also need food for the trip back. See, we need 100. Let's see if we give them, let's say we give them our, oh, we have a whole bunch back that we take back because of the seeds, I guess. Seeds count as food. Yeah, so we could give them all our food. So we're still at a deficit of 231. So we either take out coins or we take out stuff that we're buying, because I'm not sure about the seeds. It doesn't really matter, seeds, because they're really cheap. But limestone, we need the limestone, that's for sure. So let's just take some coins off of here. So we'll take 154 of coins, and we're at a deficit of minus 0.99, so they'll accept that, but we're way over our limit because the limestone is very, very heavy, so we're not going to be able to take all of the limestone, unfortunately. Or we could get our goats back and take some more, probably. That takes us to 220. Yeah, we could probably get our goats back, not sell them for the moment, and just get like 51 coins, 50. So we'll take 50 coins back. We're good at storage and we're good at food supplies, and we're taking back our baby goats. We'll sell them later on. But we do want all this limestone. Limestone is good. So I guess that's a good trade. We're taking some pretty good coin. We're taking limestone, we're taking some seeds, and we're giving them all our linen, all our hay, and all our food. But because we're taking seeds, we have enough food to get back. So we'll hit accept, and make sure you want to accept that, and you click OK. And then another important thing that you have to do is hit the go back button. If you just go back to your region, that villager will stay there. So once you trade, you could still go back into the trade menu, but once you're done, you just click go back, because then If you don't, he'll stay there and you'll be without your settler for as long as you don't hit that go back button. Okay, so we are okay. We're gonna cut trees because we're out of trees. If you remember, we were starting to build our like storage area here, and it said we didn't have enough wood. We don't have enough wood. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop all these trees here, and then what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want a tree farm, because you could also have farms that grow trees. And I don't know if you remember past videos I was telling you it's important to have trees close by to your main settlement, because that way you don't have to travel all the way to the far parts of the areas just to get trees. So we'll have them cut that, and then what you want to do is you want to go into these field tiles, and then you're going to want to plant these trees. So that way they'll cut trees automatically when they've grown to a ripe stage. So you want let me see, let's build it. You want it close by but not really close, because then it's gonna take up space. So let's do it here. Yeah, this is a good place. So let's build 10. Well, let's build 15 of birch, 15 of, you want to leave some space, because if you leave space, these trees will start growing little trees like randomly inside. So we want maple, we want oak, we want some pine, and we want apple trees. Okay, so that's gonna be like our little tree farm. So to build to get apples, you need a bigger botany skill, but the other trees are fine. So let's leave that there. Let me see, we want to cut this, and this is going to be like our storage area. So we want to build floor here. We want a door. Let's build a door on this side and a door on this side. You need to take a good look at your meals, that make sure you have enough. See, Henry's already planting some trees here. So what this is gonna do is, once they're mature, the settlers are gonna come in and cut those trees automatically. You don't have to make them like we did over here. They'll just go and do it by themselves. Okay, another thing we want to start doing is we want to start mining some clay. So remember I told you that sometimes villagers will mine and get stuck. If the game had better AI, you could probably just do this and then they'll mine and they wouldn't get stuck. But because they don't, we have to do it like just on the edges, and then start working our way inside. That way the villagers will cut on the outside, and then what you want to do is you want to leave one space open, and then you want to start going on the inside, and then have a ladder that makes them go down a level, and then start mining all this. It's a pretty weird mechanic, but that's part of the game, and hopefully those little quality of life updates get better once future builds start showing up. So let's see, we have a little build your defenses notification. That's just to build these structures and these traps, but really right now we don't need them because we have very little villagers, and the attack forces are going to be very small, so we don't need that right now. We do have some more research available. Let's see what we have available. We have this that gives us like a little bed, so our caravan's back home. So another thing that I don't like is that when our villager gets back home, all the animals we took will just stay like roaming around where the villager arrived. And our village is all the way over here, but our animals are all the way over here. So somebody's gonna have to come and get these animals back into our little pen here. So that's a pain. And this caravan hall, that's where the caravan starts, and that's where all the stuff we bought arrives. So I guess the animals should also arrive here, and I hope that that's fixed in a future update of the game. But right for now, the animals just stay here. And I mean, right now we only have 4 animals, and that's okay, I guess. But then in the later game, when you take like 15 or 20 animals, then it's a huge pain, a waste of time getting each of these animals back into their pen. And not everybody could do it. You have to have animal husbandry selected to be able to rope the animal to the pen. So it's a huge pain and a waste. But anyway, we'll have Sigmund rope that animal back to the place. He's gonna take it all the way, and then once they wake up, they'll come and get these. Right now they're just roaming. They appeared pretty close to our settlement, so I guess that's good. And they're coming here to eat. So, well, they're coming in by themselves here. That's good. They came in pretty close. That's cool. That's perfect. And we want all this stuff stored really quickly, so we'll do an urgent haul here. We have some limestone ready, so we could start building limestone walls. And we want limestone walls for our villagers' rooms. And we're gonna have this area here. We're gonna use it for our, well, we're gonna, let's see, we're gonna want, you know what? Let's cancel all of this. And we're gonna want our great hall here, but we want our great hall to be built of limestone. So we're gonna build, we want our great hall to be pretty big, so I guess 12 by 8 is good. Well, hold on, we need doors, so the only door available is a wooden door, the wicker door. You probably never want to use a wicker door or a grated door, or a barn door. Probably you could use a barn door. And then once you research, there'll be like a security door, and that has more hit points. But you use that for like your outer walls. But let's hit a door here and a door here. And then we're gonna want limestone floor, like that. So let's hope that they have enough to build that. Nobody's cutting these trees, so let me see. Cut plants. Nobody has like a really high priority in cutting plants. Let's have this guy do the priority, and that way he could start, because we need wood. We need lots of wood. Let me see how our farm's going. So we have all this planted. That's good. Let me see. We're running out of limestone. Anyway, we're also starting to dig there, and we need our smith to start smithing. Let's see. This guy should be smithing, but his mining, construction and mining are first. So we could probably have somebody else construct. Let me see. He has 5 construction, 2 construction, 3 construction. So they have pretty bad construction stats. We could probably, well, we haven't assigned Henry his duties yet. So let's do that. Yeah, let's do that, because Henry's doing a lot of stuff and we need him to start specializing in different stuff. So remember what I did when we started? I went all the way down to 0 and everything, and then well, let's just go all to 5. So he keeps doing stuff even though while we're fixing his priorities. Okay, so what are we gonna want Henry to do? So Henry is good at animal handling, he's good at cooking, he's good at melee, and he's good at tailoring. But our cook is Sigmund. He has a cooking stat of, oh wait, oh cool, we have another villager. This too shall pass. An alien traveler shuffled, halting into Gamingvale. Given time to recuperate, he claimed that could work, but in that moment they looked pretty rough. Would Alton be permitted to join? So this is cool because you get a new settler, without anybody going after him. So that's a win-win. You never want to not accept a settler. I guess, I mean, if in the gameplays I've gone through, I've never once rejected a settler, even though if it meant I was gonna get attacked. So we'll welcome him, and here are his stats. He's pretty intellectual. He has pretty good marksman and melee stats. He likes to barter. He likes to cook. So, yeah, I guess we'll find use for him somewhere. So let's welcome him in. And we don't have enough beds. We need urgently to get a bed for him. We don't really have a room. Yeah, we have room. So we click here, we'll click copy, and we'll make a bed there. Okay. And now let's also do this. Let's copy, and who's our new guy? Alton, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's see what they're good at. So we want Alton. We already have a research person. She has an intellectual stat of 26, but eventually we're gonna have advanced research, so we want 2. And because he has a high intellectual, he'll also be our researcher. So we'll put 1 for him. So they'll both research. Actually, let's put a 2, because we want. Well, it doesn't really matter. Well, let's put 1. Okay. So, what else is he good at? Because he's a researcher, he'll be researching like most of his time. So I guess we could leave him just like not doing anything else but researching. Because if we go to research, we could do research 2, and that's going to give us our research table. And then both of them can research, and then we'll have the ability to research more stuff. Because like furniture 3, we need 40 chronicles, and we need 25. I think these are called. What are they called? They're called. I don't remember what they're called, but it's different. Oh, there's different. There's textbook. So it's chronicles, textbook, and thesis. So like this, to get textbooks, we need research 2, and we need another table. But like furniture 2 has 40 chronicles and 25 textbooks, so we can't stop researching chronicles. We need to have them research both of them, and then like later on to get thesis, like shields 3 needs 15 thesis, 15 textbooks, and 30 chronicles. So we'll need 3 people doing the research. So let's have him just research. And let me see at his medicine stat. He has an 11 medicine, so he could probably he could probably tend. And let's remember, you want patient to be always at 1 to make sure they're always healthy. So you always want them to have their full health. So he'll only do research. So let's take all of this out. And let me see. We don't. Let's say he's, for whatever reason, like right now when we hit play, because we don't have that other table, he'll be idle. Or whoever wins, like whoever gets to this table first, is gonna be like the one that's working, and the other one's gonna be idle. Well, this one will start tailoring, but we don't have tailor or alchemy, so they'll be idle. We don't want that, so he'll do that, and we could probably use him for. We could probably use him to grow. Let's leave him at 3, and to harvest, and to cut plants. Cut plants, we want a 2. So if for whatever reason he's not researching, he'll go to cut plants, and then he'll go to harvest. Now this guy here, he will be our. We already have a cook. That's her, right? No, it's him. Could we like have him cook, and then he'll be available to harvest? Yeah, we'll do that, because he really likes botany. He really likes to harvest, and he really likes to cut, and he doesn't, and he's really bad at it. Well, not really bad at it, but he's not as good as him. So we'll have him cook. We'll do one priority for cooking, and we'll do 3 for him. That way, this guy is going to be just our primary farmer. He'll farm, he'll harvest, and he'll cut trees. So right now we have our tree farm. Where's our tree farm? Oh, where was it? Over here. We have a bunch of trees that need to be planted. We have a bunch of trees that need to be cutted. So because we take this cooking out of him, he'll start doing this. Yeah, so he'll be our cook, and if for whatever reason he's not cooking, he could be our animal handler. We'll put him at 2. Animal handling gets milk from the goats, gets wool from sheep, and all that stuff. He feeds them, so we'll have him do some animal husbandry. And I guess that's it. That's all we want him to do. He's very good at tailoring also. We had a tailor, right? She is tailoring 20. And he is tailoring 14. So yeah, we could probably put him at a 3. So if he's not cooking, he'll take care of the animals. If he's not taking care of animals, he'll tailor. If he's not tailoring, we'll have him construction 5. Man, our construction crew is not good at all. Anyway, let's take all this off here. So I strongly suggest you have your settlers specialize in something. If you start getting a lot of idle messages, then go ahead and go in here and start giving them more to do. But you always want them to have something specific they're doing. That way you advance pretty fast at what you want to accomplish. Because let's say you have all of them construct. Like this guy has a construction skill of 5 of 2. Let's say you have construction and this because you want this to be constructed, right? So you want to be, all of them to be constructing, but your research is gonna fall behind, and this construction person is gonna do a bad job at it. It'll start growing eventually, but at the beginning he'll be very slow, and it's gonna get your research it's gonna delay your research. So you want to specifically have your settlers do something, and then if you're getting a lot of idle messages, then either you have a lot of stuff you could do and you're not doing, or you could go in here and have them do other stuff. But for now, that is a good place right there. So I think we're gonna leave this video here. We didn't really get much accomplished. We just went in and we went to our region and we did some trading. We're starting to build here our get these clay stuff done, and we're gonna want to build our grand hall here. We need more limestone. This is limestone, I think. Yep. We could probably get some more limestone here, and we're gonna want to build a bigger storage area here. Let's do that right now before we finish this video. We're gonna want this storage area here. We need a big storage area, so let's do it here. And we're gonna want wooden floors here, and you want a door because then they'll get stuck. Okay, anyway, let's leave it at there. I hope you like these videos. Next episode, we're gonna want to finish our Great Hall. We're gonna want to finish our storage area. We already have 5 villagers. That's good. We're gonna equip him with some gear, and we'll keep rolling in this Going Medieval series. So I hope you liked the video. Again, if you are, subscribe, like this video. If you have any questions, just go to the comment section and we'll try to get back to you on that. If you have any suggestions also, I mean, I like I said in my first video, I'm by no means a professional gamer, and I'm not a professional Going Medieval player. So if you have any suggestions, if you see something I could do better, also go ahead and comment that in the comment section, and we'll see you in our next episode.